What's going on, everyone? It's Purple Haze here with another video where I'm talking about the competitive advantages of a gaming company. And today I'm talking about Sony PlayStation. I know where to start because they have a ton of competitive advantages. If you're just catching this for the first time, I've been doing these videos on the strategies of the gaming companies, the challenges they're going to have in implementing their strategies. And now I'm going to talk about their competitive advantages. So if you're a Sony PlayStation fan, this video is for you. And if you don't like PlayStation, definitely let me know in the comments why I'm wrong. So with that, let's start talking about PlayStation and some of their competitive advantages. And I think the first one that I really want to talk about is just the talent PlayStation has in making games. When I think about the top 10 game studios, PlayStation arguably has four of them, right? You have Naughty Dog, you have Santa Monica, you have Insomniac, you have Sucker Punch. All these are renowned gaming studios within the game industry, and they're underneath the Sony umbrella. They all have their different IPs that have won accolades. People want more of them. And so for sure, I'm going to say talent. PlayStation has it in spades. But speaking of IP, that's another one they have. They have a lot of IP that they can draw from. When we think about some of the IP that they have left behind and haven't built upon that people want to hear about. So, like thinking about the Order 1886 or a game like Days Gone. These are IP that when they launched, they didn't really get a lot of fanfare, but fans want those games now even more. Then they have games like, right, we saw Ghost of Tsushima, and now you have Ghost of Yodi coming back. When we think about their IP, it's not just to the games either. They have a lot of partnerships, specifically with anime, that it kind of builds more with that IP. And that takes me to their next competitive advantage, which is marketing. And again, I think when people hear marketing, they hear advertising. But when I talk about marketing, I'm really talking about understanding your customer and understanding your product. And so PlayStation, particularly, really understands their customer, right? They understand that their customer likes story-based games. They also understand that their customer really likes JRPGs. And guess what? Both of those build into synergies that Sony as a whole has. Sony is an entertainment company. And so it makes sense that Sony Entertainment, particularly the movie division, would also kind of bleed into like their idea of having uh these story-based, story-driven games, as well as like the anime juggernaut that is Sony and those partnerships and how that feeds into the JRPGs. So they really have synergies with the rest of their companies that a lot of other like standalone publishers or standalone studios just do not have. So when you put it together, they know their customer, they have a lot of different things they can pull from, and they have the talent to implement it. It makes it one heck of a juggernaut. But when talking about PlayStation, it would almost be criminal to not realize that like Sony is a hardware company. And one of the things I think gets overlooked with Sony and their hardware, obviously they'll talk about the console, but Sony as a hardware company has an ecosystem of hardware that goes with the PlayStation. And that's really about quality of life features for the gamer or giving the gamer more ways to game. So in the PS4 era, right, this is when we start to see VR. The current era, we see this like the PlayStation Portal, and then how they just built upon that. So, what I mean by that is like when the PlayStation Portal first came out, it was kind of a remote play device. And now it's a cloud gaming device. So it's almost like once you buy into the PlayStation ecosystem, your value increases over time as they're adding not only more gaming titles from their amazing first party and also they're adding a lot of features to the hardware that you're already buying into. And I would also like to say that they have just an incredible ecosystem of third party partners as well, right? And again, when you buy into the PlayStation ecosystem, you can be guaranteed that whatever console game is coming out that's third party, it is going to PlayStation, right? They are going to have the game of the year contenders. They're going to have just that really cool niche indie game. They're going to have it all. That's what makes PlayStation really strong. So just to take it all the way from the top again, talent, amazing partnerships both within Sony as well as external to Sony, the hardware, and just when you buy into it, they continue to invest into it to make it better. So thinking about other things you can do with the hardware, as well as providing hardware that supplements with the PlayStation console and the ecosystem, it makes it like a very, very uh, great value proposition, as well as just in a great play machine. I guess that's why they call it a PlayStation. But with that, let me know what you think. Do you think I missed some of their advantages for you all who like PlayStation, or are you the ones who don't? What am I missing? Do they not have any competitive advantages at all? And for the people who just wanted to wait to the end for the question I like to ask, let me know if you're a cat person, a dog person, or both, or neither. I think that will say a lot about you. All right. With that said, I don't care where you game, how you game, why you game, what you game on. As long as you're gaming, you're good with me. And as always, this is Purple Haze, and the proof is in the play. All right. Take care, y'all. Bye.